Good evening, everypony, and welcome to Commentary as Magic stream on tonight, Sunday, October 7th, 2018. I am, as always, Grandpaws.
Big Cheese.
And 3 resource removal is mandatory, otherwise known as Aracat.
Hi, Ara. Hi, Cheese.
Hey.
Hey, so, we have a fun stream for this evening, focusing on a format that we kind of looked at a couple months ago in one of our live deck building streams, but otherwise haven't really talked about a whole lot. And that is Pauper.
And I think you got bitten by the Pauper bug, like, real hard, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the excitement about the Pauper format at
Cider Fest.
Ponyville Cider Fest. Thank you. Was trying to remember, that con, what is coming up here in 3 or 4 weeks.
The one that we're all going to go to and do Continental things at.
Yes, that one.
The one that I still need to get a plane ticket for.
Yes, that one. But that accurately describes every con 2 weeks before it for you, so, I mean...
So basically we're right where we want to be.
Right. Anyway, we'll be doing a Pauper tournament the day before the start of the Continental Championship at Ponyville Cider Fest this year. But before we get into that, if you have not already reserved your spot for Continental Championships at Cider Fest, you should do so. The link is going to be posted here in the sidebar very soon. There it is. We have room for 32 players for Continentals this year. There will not be an entry fee charged. So it's basically just going to be a first come, first serve. Make sure you reserve your spot early. We will accept walk-ins if there is room available on the day of the event, which will be Saturday. I know many of you have already signed up, and we're looking forward to seeing many of you out there.
So you mentioned
Go for it.
Pauper was going to be on Friday.
Correct.
Is there anything else on Friday?
We're also going to have a draft on Friday.
Well, that sounds fun.
Draft is fun. So we'll have a couple side events. If you're not looking to just compete in the core format all weekend. Things that can scratch your limited itch or give you a little bit more of an accessible format to play in if you don't necessarily have the largest collection. And that brings us right back to Pauper.
I see what you did there.
Mm-hmm. Pauper is a ton of fun. So I'm going to turn to our resident expert on the Pauper format in that he is the only one who has played it recently among us.
What?
That's not true. I played a couple games.
What?
Aracat. Expert, Pauper, mastermind.
What? Well, I mean, you put Poppy in every deck, right?
Yes. Wait, not Pauper decks, though.
Pauper, Poppy, like, they're clearly meant to play together, but...
I thought oh, okay, you wanted Pauper decks. I thought you said Poppy decks.
You are the resident Poppy expert as well.
Poppy. I mean, sure. Okay. So in this case, I believe we're doing Harmony Pauper, which is the full set of cards available, but not the rares or the super rares or the ultra rares or the... I believe gameplay exclusive was the term used for those.
Correct. Or just exclusive promos.
Right. And although you are allowed to use the foil parallels of otherwise allowed cards, that does of course seem slightly against the spirit of Pauper. At least in my opinion.
No.
Not at all. Opulence.
Yeah.
Pauper.
Well,
Only foil cards.
Opulence is a completely different format.
Maybe we'll talk about that one day when we build more than one deck.
No, I think we'll never talk about that. And I thought we had like 2 decks for it, but anyway.
I think there's one with Lyra.
Probably.
Anyway, yes, you are correct. So Pauper is just commons, uncommons, and fixed cards. With the standard ban list for whatever format you're playing in. If you're playing in Harmony, it's a Harmony ban list. If you're playing in Core, it's a Core ban list. Although, there is one other card, I believe, that we've added to the Harmony ban list. Is that correct?
That is correct. That card is Pinkie Pie Grump because I don't know about you, but a 22 power troublemaker that only gets bigger every turn, in a format where there's not a lot of great answers to that, doesn't exactly sound fun. Now, granted, that particular ban was instituted in a time before we had dilemmas, and it is possible that it is not necessary. However, not every deck is going to want to run dilemmas, and there's still not a lot of really amazing ways to make something quite like that go away.
Correct. It also puts decks whose colors are at a distinct disadvantage for confronting and would normally rely on other forms of point acceleration in a really rough spot. Because Photo Finish certainly isn't legal, and Changeling Throne certainly isn't legal.
And Poppy isn't legal.
Poppy isn't legal.
What
Luna,
about Thunderlight?
Holiday Spirit isn't legal. Defenders of Equestria aren't legal. Well, the set is, but
That particular card is not.
that particular card is not.
Underline.
Or Defenders of Spiketopia, I'm sorry.
Same thing.
Yeah, whatever. Equestria, Spiketopia, I mean, we know who's really in charge of the whole thing. Twilight's a puppet.
Uh-huh.
So the last time we had a major Pauper tournament was back in Everfree of 2017, is that right?
It's the last one I remember.
Mm-hmm.
That was a rather interesting Pauper tournament, although we scheduled it at a rather unfortunate time. So attendance was not the greatest because players were kind of sitting there going, I kind of want to eat today, please.
No food, only pony cards.
That's why they schedule things at midnight, because no one wants to sleep.
Well, that's where the Nightmare tournament goes.
Exactly.
Correct. So let's take a look at which decks our competitors for this evening ended up using. Of course, we have our own Aracat, who competed in this featured duel, and then we also have our patron guest Cursedchords, who unfortunately can't be here tonight, but was definitely here to give RR a run for his money. Or very minimal money, since Pauper is so cheap to build, I don't know.
It gave me a run for my action tokens, if nothing
There
else.
you go. There you go. Give you a run for your AT.
All right.
Can't steal AT. Unless one of you was running orange.
I can't steal action tokens, but I can absolutely steal friends. Foreshadowing.
I'm sensing some pink on the horizon here.
You might be. As Grandpa's mentioned, unfortunately, Cursedchords will not be able to join us this evening. But, as per convention, let's look at his deck first. Here we have Octavia Pink.
Very solid color combination.
Because if there's one thing that Pink is good at, it's spamming lots of little tiny things. And of course, some of the obvious Pink staples here.
I think it's important to note that in a format are not legal, simply because their rarity is too high. The best removal we have in the core format right now also happens to be legal in the Pauper format.
Surprise. And I think it should come as none to anyone watching that there are 3 Berry Punch and Orange Swirls.
But only 2 belly flops?
But there are 2 Food Fights. In this deck, however, he also is running Lilies, which is a secondary way to do something with that friend that you just stole.
Yeah.
Gaku is asking about cards being banned for being too rare. No, this is just a format where rare cards aren't allowed. The entire format is designed around commons and uncommons. And fixed cards.
Right. Essentially, it's saying the stuff that is rare and super rare and ultra rare is somewhat difficult to get. And in order to level the playing field to some degree.
Yeah, this is a great format, by the way, for any of our local playgroup leaders who filled out the survey, which we'll probably link at the end of this stream as well, to try with new players in your stores. It's usually a very easy format to build multiple decks for, even if your collection is relatively small, because you can just throw a bunch of commons together and make something that'll work.
Yes, the Magic version, I believe, only allows commons.
Correct. So we're a little more forgiving in this one.
Because it lets me make a joke about the common and uncommon pony.
Haha.
Commons only would be painful in Pony.
It still had berry flop.
Yeah.
I guess we're just going to have to force pink even harder.
I guess. All right, let's get back to looking at Cursed's deck here. Keep going.
Yeah. Anyway, he's got some point acceleration in the form of Rarity Breezy. He's also running a fair number of problems with a high bonus. This being an Octavia deck, the intent here is obviously to start and win face-offs, preferably as often as possible.
And while these confront requirements might look high, it's important to remember that each friend that he plays can give another character at its problem +2 power as long as Octavia is on her boosted side. So that 1 cost 2 power Pinkie Pie is actually more like a 1 cost 4 power friend. Until the end of the turn.
But that's okay, because as long as he can cause the double problem face-off, doesn't matter.
Right. So as long as the problems are open and he's capable of confronting, he should be able to blaze through his problem deck no problem.
That was awful.
If only there were something that could make problems more difficult to confront.
Well, like little bits of eccentric?
Yeah.
Or
yeah, eccentric would definitely do that.
Do you mean something more like troublemakers?
Yeah, I guess troublemakers would do it too. They block off problems, that's true.
Well, how about we take a look at what I brought to the table?
Okay, sure. Let's see what you brought.
In deference to the fact that I am a horrible pink fangirl.
So much pink. Wait, what is this not pink?
You'll notice that there's an awful lot of things in here that are pink.
I do, in fact, count a lot of pink here.
And I was thinking about leaving it that way, but then I'm like, no, I think I'd actually like some purple with that pink. And it's not exactly a re-implementation of Burb, because of course half of those cards are not legal in this format. But it brings to the table all of the fun of the Yellow Parasprite. A card that 9 sets later? 9 sets later. Still wins games.
Turn 1 double Yellow Parasprite.
Which is actually kind of easier now. Well, not turn 1, but turn 2 double yellow is kind of easier now with Tempest.
Yep.
Although Grubber, of course, is still, basically mandatory in this type of deck.
Sure. Although if I had a Yellow Parasprite in my opening hand here, I might go turn 1, Yellow Parasprite, turn 2, uncover, flip Tempest, drop another Yellow Parasprite.
You'd think real hard about that?
I would think real hard about that, at least.
I suppose that's fair. There's a lot of other fun pink stuff here. We've got the usual Berry Flop, because of course. We've got Derpy, because the only thing better than a character that gets huge is a character that gets huge and moves everywhere for free.
Even if you can't necessarily control where that is.
Which is fine with me, because every time she moves, she gets a little bit bigger and a little bit harder to deal with.
Very true.
Or maybe easier to deal with if you've got food fights. Which I'll note that Cursedchords does.
So your purple here is relatively limited, but there's a few cards in particular that stand out. Why don't you walk us through why you included these? And not map cakes or interdimensional portals or...
Well, mostly because I can't include those.
Ah, that's right.
And we've got Paper Twilight, who is a fixed card, because of course, you're running purple. I hear action token advantage is good.
It really is.
We have Zecora for essentially more sitting there and going, well, action token advantage is still pretty good. She also says, you know, eccentric, and as a purple friend for those times when I decide that maybe I wouldn't like to move Tempest up to a problem. And finally, we have Twinkle Shine Experimental Magic, which is a very interesting card because it allows you to say, hey, I see you attempting to confront a problem. Could you please not? At immediate speed. And this was inspired by Ivory Starlight's deck from Everfree 2015, I think? No, it was 2016. But a very old deck that he piloted to a rather impressive first place finish, if I remember correctly. Mostly on the back of Twinkle Shine, because she's just scary.
Twinkle Shine is a scary card, especially for her wording, which makes no sense.
Yes, I'm not even going to get into that one here.
I know.
Because I think you've yelled at me multiple times about this.
No, I'm with you on it. She's unclear. But the Troublemaker is being put into play from your hand.
Which is unfortunate, because I wanted to be like, I want to go ahead and put it into play from my discard pile? No, can't do that.
From my collection.
Yeah, it seems good.
Your problem deck here seems to be kind of supporting that theme somewhat. You've got the Traders in there, which boost your Troublemaker's power.
Yep. Just a little bit more. And it's easy to confront as well.
Fair enough.
Yes, everything can be confronted with even just Twinkle Shine if necessary, but always with Tempest and a small number of other friends.
Yep. Well, are we ready to take a look at how the match went?
I believe we are. I do believe it's worth noting, however, that neither of us really knew what the other was running going into this. And so Cursed will make a comment fairly early on in the video, which I had to laugh at a little bit.
We'll be sure to call that out.
All right. Shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
I have the cursive. I just built the deck, so therefore it's sorted, which means I need to sit here and actually shuffle.
Well, that was me yesterday down at the storage locker, pulling these cards out of the boxes I had packed them into.
The angle on Cursed's camera is a little unfortunate, but we'll try to keep players updated on his point total as this goes along.
He's using the Celestia thing as the point score.
Let's see. I don't want to roll that because that's a spin down. D20 for first. I roll.
Sure.
They're both using Chrissy mats.
Got a 17.
Of course.
18.
Nice.
Well, Cursed's using a Celestia mat.
So close.
No, they're both Chrissy's.
So, given the matchup that we see right now, Octavia Pink is definitely capable of putting out a strong aggro presence. And Tempest can hold the line pretty well with Troublemakers. Who are you giving the edge to at the start?
I think it's got to be Tempest, depending on how quickly Cursed can flip. There's a good chance that she just doesn't flip.
Going to be one of the events at Ciderfest. Grandpa's got the Pauper bug pretty bad. I think he's rather enjoying it.
I had a feeling I'd be playing you, but I was assuming it would be some pink circus.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Well, I mean, the last time I played you in Pauper...
That was from some good foresight there, Cursed.
2 sets ago.
Don't count Pink out yet, just because you don't see it on the main.
Ready to go?
I believe so. What do you got for your color?
Pink.
Very well. Surprisingly, I'm going pink too.
Oh, this should be fun.
That's what it's gonna be.
Such enthusiasm in that statement.
Although I think oh no, because he was going
I will
first.
take
Yeah.
2AT and pass.
Yeah, so Cursed's in this place is looking for a rarity generous pony or an aloe, both of which would be great choices.
Card.
Yeah, any turn 2 flip here.
And unfortunately, I think
Actually,
I'm
the generous
obligated
pony
to
is
go ahead and
really in
pass.
his favor.
Let's spend 2.
Yeah, I think Ara here has to put a troublemaker at his own problem.
Agreed. You cut Cursed's number of options of turn 1 flipping in half, and you possibly get to raid one of them from his hand.
I believe I'm going to put that into play at my problem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what options he had to flip.
Although I think you'll be able to get there on your own, probably because you got an aloe, but let's at least not make it easy, I think.
Okay, so we see Tender Taps, BPOS, Food Fight, Pinky's Present, and 2 Pinkie Pie Holiday Spirits. Yeah, that'll
Which-
actually do it. Forgot about that.
Well,
Yeah.
I see you're going to be flipping next turn, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Pinkie Pie Holiday Spirit, a pink entry card that has +2 power while you have more friends than your opponent.
Punch. I think that's the most concerning.
Yeah,
of those
Fairy Punch.
cards.
Yeah, at this point, if you can't deny the flip, you might as well take that,
That's
right?
the most concerning.
Yeah.
of those cards.
You good on this?
The food fight would be interesting, but considering the cards Ara has, I don't think that's particularly a problem in the beginning.
You know what?
No, might end up hitting Zakora or a party favor or a party mare after a couple turns. And I think Pinkie Pie Crystallize is the only other one that's a really attractive target.
Yeah.
I could also see taking the Tender Taps just because anything that you discard,
Hey, ready?
it's going to be able to bring back.
Yep. I'm predicting.
Yeah.
you're gonna
And it
go
gets the
with,
eccentric off the field.
Holiday Spirit.
Sounds all right. And confront?
Yep. I got nothing. All yours.
Right, so
Yeah, this is
Cursed
gonna be
is on the
interesting.
board.
Now, Octavia has always had issues, and I think Cursed's deck has this issue too of dealing with troublemakers.
Gain 2.
So we'll see if he's able to get through and manage a double
Wow,
confront.
I call this a shuffle. This is a very interesting shuffle here. Alright, let's pay 2.
Yeah, for now he's capable of just parking his characters at that problem, but if Ara can get another troublemaker down, this will be a little harder. Or deal with Cursed's entry.
We'll exhaust her for an action token. And then
Being able to park a Paper Twilight behind a face-up troublemaker is also so good if
Yeah.
you know the opponent doesn't have multiple tricks of getting around it.
Now, see, I might have played Twilight at the other problem,
I will say pass turn.
considering you're putting a troublemaker there.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. Anticipating the possibility
Prepared,
of using
yeah.
a dilemma, or yeah. He's already got the characters there, that's a good point.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna.
And he doesn't have anything with villain, we know, so.
This is very true.
That's a lot of, I guess if you're aiming for, oh yeah, well, so he's already confronting, but aiming for the confront, because that's like 11 power now.
Right. Yeah, breaking through whatever he can get there. It's actually 13 this turn.
Ah, yes.
Yep.
To 2. Go ahead.
Yep. Alright. Gain 3.
Okay, so Cursed brings the score
I'm not going to do
up to
that.
2.
I'm going to Ready Twilight and Meticulous 1. Yes. I like that card. I will draw.
Now, if Ara can get another friend in play, he's going to cause Cursed to lose effectively 4 power at that problem.
Let's see what troublemaker it is.
Troublemaker phase, I will uncover a yellow Parasprite.
Yellow
Everyone's
Parasprite.
favorite
Yeah, he
troublemaker.
definitely wants to protect that here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. Second favorite now, maybe. Everyone's favorite's on the other problem.
Let's go ahead and exhaust Twilight to get an action.
Such
token.
joy
Why not?
for the hand
Yeah.
disruption.
Will
I really
send
want to know
for
what's in
a
R's
Black,
hand.
Pay 2 and play one of my own.
Okay, interesting.
Decisions.
Now he's still at 7 power in the face-off against the Paris, right?
Correct.
So I don't know if R has a plan here for that.
Go ahead, Ben.
Ara could just be relying on having a slightly higher flip average. He does have the troublemakers and more events and resources that can disrupt whatever Cursed wants to do.
So he has passing turn with 2 AT.
6 cards to Paris Sprite.
6 cards.
We'll see what the random discard ends up being.
Let us see here. Rolled a 1, so the first card closest to your deck.
Ooh, there goes the Tender Taps.
That's good.
That is a good discard.
Yeah, so the only card Ara could play here
It's a
is
good one.
belly flop,
He's pretty concerning.
getting rid of his own pink. Wait, can he play that? No.
Mhm. Yeah, he's on Trading Traditions.
Ah, yes, he is on trading traditions. Okay, so yes, he could, but like,
Sure. I'll give it a shot.
doesn't feel good.
7 on 4, I believe.
That's correct.
All right.
All right, let's see what the flips are here.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah, you level 1. Like,
oh, that stings.
So Ara loses a Berry Punch and Orange Swirl for the foreseeable future, since it'll be on the bottom of his deck when the face-off is over. And Cursed is well ahead in this face-off.
5. Wow, that's just not going to work for me, is it? Nope, that's all yours.
yeah, I'm pretty sure at this point that Ara has a belly flop in
Yep.
hand.
So that's actually going to bring Cursed up to 3 points now. And then likely confronting again at the end of the turn.
Up to 4, yeah.
Mhm. I agree with you, though. If he's playing that Yellow's Paris Sprite to a location where there were already characters, he probably had some kind of trick.
Yeah.
You draw 4.
Yeah, 100%
Interesting.
Twilight should have been at the other problem, but
So after that bit of hand disruption, Cursed choosing to use Pinky's Present to kind of refill his hand.
Square face. Take 1.
I think you got it, yep.
Goes up to 4-0.
You.
banking 1 AT.
Mhm.
Up to 5.
That one prepared definitely would have been valuable. And there may be more as
I
well.
want to see that right now, so I'll send that to the bottom.
But just having that AT advantage through a single Paper Twilight in play can be so impactful.
Yeah.
Up to 6.
AT advantage is real.
That it is.
I feel the need to be snarky here and forgot to include the
Let's spend 2.
this video edited for time.
Ah, yes.
Interesting. Hold on.
There may be
Think about that.
moments throughout this video where it kind of skips briefly. That's just cutting out downtime.
Oh,
Think
I
time.
need to do that because I should pay attention to my problem.
Because as much fun as it is to watch people deep in the tank, it's not very much fun to watch people deep in the tank.
And with my 5 pink wreck, we're going to play a party hat on one of your holiday spirits.
Oh, this is about to get spicy.
I see.
We're gonna get rid of both of them at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm then going to pay 1 more. And belly flop my holiday spirit into the other holiday spirit of yours. So that
Party Hat is a great resource whenever that attached friend would be, or whenever another friend is dismissed, you can dismiss the friend Party Hat is attached to.
I will spend 2 to put a holiday spirit into play at your problem. Let's see, I have
Interesting.
friends that you do at the moment, so
There's
plus 2
so
power.
much holiday spirit in this game.
That is the 4th one we've seen.
That is the 4th one we've seen
There we go.
in
Yeah.
about as many turns per player.
Yeah.
But that is going to let Ara confront,
I would
which is going to
flip.
be nice.
Yep, you're fine.
Confront for 1 and pass turn.
Banking 2. Interesting.
Now, getting those holiday spirits out of the way is nice because it removes several large bodies, but it's definitely not denying cursed entry because both problems are still on trading traditions.
Yeah.
For a generous point to my problem, both Rarity and Octavius triggers are going to give Twilight +2 power.
To your problem?
I believe that's being played to Ara's problem.
Yeah.
It's okay, we know what you meant.
That is unfortunate. Very well.
Oh, yeah, that'll...
Boosted, yeah. Yeah.
That's a very clever move. Yeah, he used the trigger on Rarity to give power to Twilight, and Octavius trigger to give power to Twilight to push her above the threshold where his food fight would be useful.
Yeah, I guess food fight is more useful in an Octavia deck.
Not ridiculous. Game 3 up to 5. Draw a card.
There's a lot of removal in this this game so far.
Man, it's like 2 people are playing the best removal color right now.
Pay 2 for another holiday spirit.
Oh my gosh, that's 5.
The fifth.
Go up to 4 power.
Is he gonna double confront?
He might.
I want to
He
see a
could-
double confront here.
He could just spend 2 and move Tempest up, and that would be that.
Temporary power and Rarity. Very good. I will pay
Cursor would be at 7, Ara
Yeah.
would be at 11. Yeah, go for it. Why not? Knock him off a pink.
Yeah.
And then I will pay my last action token to
Troublemaker?
It's got to be a troublemaker, right?
Merit to home.
No.
Okay.
Interesting.
Sure, I can see that as well.
Pretty
Definitely
good.
no reason to play it to a problem, but you want it to be at your home at the start of your next turn.
All right. Score phase. Attempt to confront my problem.
Yep, you got it.
All right. Attempt to confront your problem.
Oh, I see.
I mean, he has
Yep,
no
go
action
for it.
token, so.
All right.
Right.
Let's see.
So Ara's currently up by 3 pre-flip.
I believe I have 11.
Actually, can matter then.
Oh, 4. I'm sorry, 4 pre-flip.
All right. Let's go ahead and flip.
That's you, unless you
Yeah.
flip negative somehow.
That's not a negative.
No, that is a grubber. That would have been nice
No,
to
it's not
see.
a negative number, but
I still appreciate seeing it.
kind of wanted that. All right. I will go ahead and get a bonus point.
Okay, so Ara will win that face-off and tie the score at 4-4, with both players losing their starting problem,
Rubber goes away.
but Ara managing to hold on to his secondary
lot of
color
pink.
entry. Yeah.
A lot of
Gets
pink.
replaced with
Oh, and even gets a little bit of AT for his trouble.
Gain an action token.
Maybes are for babies over here.
Oh, what does Babies or Babies do again?
For babies.
That is a
That's
4 pink, 3 white, 9 wild for the opponent, 3 bonus problem. Whenever any player confronts this problem, that player draws a card.
Those high bonus
I
points.
do not
Or
know.
Yeah.
may draw a card, rather.
That's a premier card, right?
It is,
That is a premier card.
What's that pink problem that you draw when you confront it?
Fanman asks, how do you combine a deck just to take Pony's decks apart like that?
Yeah, it's,
I'm not sure if you're asking how you build a deck to be disruptive, but it's just knowing what cards can possibly mess with what your opponent is trying to do. Pink is very good at removing friends.
Pink. So
I did just take away your pink. Pass it to you.
So in this situation, Cursed's probably looking for a Lily if he's going to want to be confronting that problem. But he's going to need to wait at least 1 turn.
Yeah.
two for a
But like this is Octavia. You don't single confront really in Octavia.
No. Dance Fever.
Is that just the one that cares about?
That is the one that cares about songs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Does
he'll be
set
able to
him up.
confront that, but
Yeah, he will.
Yep, that's a point for you.
Also shuts off the holiday spirits as well.
Go ahead.
yeah.
That might be his primary reason for having done that.
3 up to 4. And now it is time for my most favorite thing ever. It's Party Mare time. Let's see, move this card to a random problem. Let's see, if even, I'll go to my problem. If odd, I will go to your problem. And here's a D8. Okay, roll the 1. So she will move to your problem and get a +1 power counter.
Did I hear that correctly? Did he move that to the right problem?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yes, that's correct. It's going to be a dance of dice for the pinkies this game.
Fanman asks if you can build a pink deck that can remove and still be aggressive or assertive, and the answer is absolutely.
I believe I'm
Pink has a lot of friends that can remove just from entering play, and that can just build up your board state while your opponent's is disrupted.
Okay, I'm going to pay 1.
Yeah, I mean, Burb kind of does this
Ray punch. I'll give +2 to party.
in
Mare,
that
take it.
you're bouncing things up to problems,
Hang on a
and
second. Sorry,
doing
pink. My
so
apologies.
gets you an
You
advantage.
cannot. You are lacking the pink.
Huh? I knew the not having pink works out.
Yeah, and I didn't see any resource-based entry for Cursed, no motivational speeches or singing barrels.
Let's see, this will put you to 6, correct?
That is correct.
Yep, Scarface is yours.
I was like, I'll take that action token.
4 TDU. Go ahead.
I'll take that action token.
All right.
So,
4 up to 8.
Up to 8, yeah.
And it's Muffin Mare time again. So once again, even my problem, odd yours. That is an even number. Derpy will move over here and gain another token. Power counter thing.
Yeah, so he can just move his main up to confront that one.
Currently at 3 power.
And I
will
mean,
draw my card for turn.
although Cursed has 4 friends now, yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna be hard to get the
I'm
power
going
bonus
to
off of Pinky,
Yeah, it is.
move
unless he
this
just
to
has
control
a steal a
Trixie.
friend.
I will pay,
That would do it.
2 more to move one of my holiday spirits up as well.
Interesting.
Okay, Scoreface.
Just going for the single confront.
To confront my problem.
Well, it makes sense. Cursed isn't going to want to pay 2 AT to move a bunch of 2-power characters up to problems. The best thing R can do is keep the problems clear.
Oh my god.
Another BPOS being flipped.
9 versus
Yeah.
9 versus 11.
What did Cursed flip? Oh, right there. Okay.
It's going to work.
Oh, which is a 5? Or a 3?
Mhm. Fanmade, here's an example of a pink deck, a pink and purple deck that can definitely disrupt your opponent's board while still giving you an aggressive board state.
It's another trouble with Trixie. Okay, and another app. That was unfortunate for me. That is very unfortunate.
Oh, flipped into the same problem?
Yep. Oh, is it the same problem for both of them?
No, it wasn't a double, it was a single.
Oh, that's right.
Sorry, you're all done. Okay. Ugh, 5 AT remaining. Yeesh.
Yeah, a Berry Punch and Orange Swirl would have helped a lot for Ara.
And he's seen 2 of them go away now. So Cursed is at 6 or 7 currently.
I believe it's at 7.
He was at 6, so he should be at 7 now.
I'm afraid I'm not going to let that one go through. I'm going to food fight that.
No pink for Cursed.
I think it's important to note that is all 6 holiday spirits.
Yes.
1 to draw.
How much other pink entry does he have? Is it just the lilies, or is there something else too?
Let's see, banking 2.
I'll double check.
All right. Once again with Party Mare. Even my problem, odd yours. Oh, that landed off the table. There we go. That is an odd number. So Derpy will gain a power counter and move to your problem.
Derpy is now 4 power.
We'll draw a card. That is in fact a card.
Looks like he also has some joyous ponies.
Tokens up to 7, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, let's pay 2 for a joyous pony. When the sojourners play, if I have another
And
pink
so
character,
does
I may draw a
Ara.
card. I would like to draw a card, so I will draw a card.
So he's still down 3 power at that problem?
That pulls us even on friends.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on Derpy right
Yeah.
now. So yeah,
No,
he is still
yeah.
down.
This is not great, but I guess I'll do it anyway. Pay 2 to move
Yep, move up
Tempest
the main.
to your problem.
It's gonna let him draw, which is not the worst.
It is, but that's dangerous. That's countered, confront, score 4 points. Like-
Scarface?
We don't know what he has in hand right now.
We don't. Like,
And attempt
Yep,
to
you
confront
got
if he
it.
has a trick, then probably fine.
Yeah, you're good.
Alright, gain a point up to 6. Bank 3 tokens, and I have 4 cards.
Did
in
he
hand.
miss the draw trigger?
Pass turn.
It looks like it.
Is it a mayor or
I believe it's an optional.
don't miss your trigger, kids?
I'm sorry, may I look at your discard pile?
It is a May.
Curse is probably looking to see what the chances of our having a removal are.
We've got a holiday spirit, a grubber, a food fight, a paper.
That is a
pie,
promo food
party
fight
hat,
too.
belly flop, and a yellow.
That is a promo food fight.
Wonder where he
Okay,
got
thank you.
those.
Maybe at sim events at conventions and stuff. Shameless plug.
Might have a few more of those to hand out at Continentals, maybe.
Just a few.
Who for a lily? She's gonna get rid of rarity first.
This is risky. Fara's got a
This
food
is where
fight.
Really?
Responses?
this is where the
Unfortunately, I've got yet another food fight.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
He had to.
Yeah, he wouldn't commit to that problem if he didn't have a way to stop
Long
that.
time since I've seen one of those.
Really has been. Okay.
What, Lily? It hasn't been
yeah.
that long. It was in Hot Wings.
It's been a while. Like, Core's been a thing for a while now.
It's true. It's been about a year. It's been over a year, actually. Wow.
Pain to draw. Or yeah, okay.
Oh, my pinkies are online.
So the good news here for Cursed is if he manages to get a Joyous Pony in play, it's unlikely Ara's going to have a tool to deal with it immediately.
Okay, that is gonna be end of my turn. I have 9 cards in hand.
Has he used all 3 food fights? No, he's only used 2 food fights.
I think he's only running 2 food fights, though.
Go ahead.
Discarding rainbow.
Yes. It was 2 food fights and 3 belly flops.
Okay, Derp, don't fail me now. Even my problem, odd
needs-
yours.
So it needs to be odd for him.
Okay.
Okay.
That's an odd number, so she remains at your problem. Draw a card for turn.
Should probably gain some AP at some point.
Gaining AT is overrated.
We're Bennett so much AT, we were like, I don't even know if I gained my AT this turn.
Yes.
Yeah, or something like I should.
Yes, I have delved into the realm of combo on occasion.
Well, it's been working out so far. So I will pay 2 down to 3 for a Twinkle Shine Experimental Magic at my problem.
Ooh.
There you go.
And 2 to move up.
And 2 down to 1 to move one of the Holiday Spirits up from home.
Okay. So I don't think Cursed can interrupt this.
He's got 2 AT. He could food fight a Holiday Spirit.
Scoreface?
He has no pink.
Oh, he has no pink. This is true.
Yeah, no, he's just ready to flip. Okay. This is going to be a lot of points.
If no reactions,
Waiting for
I
flips.
will confront both?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. 6.
Yeah, that 3 bonus is going to be incredibly risky here. Well, not risky.
Flip a card. Flipped a
It's
special
just
move
going to be
cast,
problematic.
and
That's a 0
that,
flip.
I believe, is an
Yeah.
DFO.
That is literally
Ooh.
0 on my side, so yeah.
Ooh, that's harsh. Okay.
Up to
2
10?
bonus points up to 11.
Yeah, up to
11.
11.
Put
I think Cursed is still
back.
at 7?
That's what I've got him at.
Okay, is he at home limit? Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah, he'll definitely have to get rid of some stuff.
Might just put up a troublemaker.
Yeah, especially considering the problem he just flipped as well. He knows Cursed isn't in a position where he can confront It's a Secret to Every Bunny because he doesn't have pink requirement.
Makers here have +2 power.
Traitor is much easier for Cursed to confront, but it also boosts Aura's Troublemaker's power by 2. And he's going to have to resolve his home limit issue.
Limit problem.
Unless he wants to retire Twinkle Shine immediately.
Yeah. Retire main.
Yes. I'm going to retire Twinkle Shine.
Yeah,
With
okay.
her ability.
Yeah.
Put a yellow Parasprite into play at Trader face up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Pass turn. We are at 5.
Now, Derpy is some serious food fight bait here.
Food Fight or Berry Punch and Orange Swirl or anything Cursed can do to get rid of it.
Yeah.
But he's going to need his entry first.
It's going to be 5 power next turn?
If it isn't already.
Yeah, no, I think it's still 4. Yeah, because it didn't move last turn.
Alrighty, let's Stig.
Don't know if they did the yellow Parasprite trigger or not.
No, I think that got missed.
Alright, we have a Parasprite trigger problem first.
He
Ah,
remembered
okay,
it.
good. He got it.
Yes. We do need the yellow Parasprite first. I believe you have 9 cards in hand.
Mine's right.
I have a D12. Will go from your left, I believe, and re-roll 10s and 11s and stuff. Roll the 4.
And that's the second Pinky's present.
Okay.
Not a huge loss at this point in time.
Looks like.
Yeah.
Yes, he's right.
Yeah, that makes it harder to confront, dismisses, and draws cards. But it's
steals and draws cards.
Steals and draws cards, not dismiss.
And he already played the first one. He only has 2 copies.
Oh wow, he's paying to draw.
Going deep.
Yeah, we're gonna keep going here.
He needs pink.
He does need pink. This is kind of the trade-off that you make running entry solely in friends instead of in somewhat safer resources.
Yeah,
Sure.
but when you're Octavia,
The friends are so valuable, I agree.
I will have you note that I explicitly ran 3 resource removal.
Oh, I know you did.
Another Lily to Secret?
That's the great thing about Pauper. Seabreeze's flower is legal. Anyone can run resource removal.
No responses. All yours.
Okay.
Well,
Ara
okay.
doesn't have the belly flop.
And he only had to spend one for the lilies, so.
That is true.
I can only imagine the pain I'm about to bring down upon myself.
Like, we know he has a PPOS.
Mm-hmm. It's got to be Party Mare, right?
Yeah, if he has the belly flop, it's gotta be Party Mare.
It doesn't matter. It's staying at home, right? So yeah, let's just take Party Mare.
Okay, Party Mare is in your home with currently 3 power. Or 4
Okay,
power,
so it is
sorry.
4 power currently.
Yeah.
Lily is capable of confronting It's a Secret to Every Pony all on her own.
Is she?
She has
Mhm.
now.
Oh,
We can confront secret.
yeah, because she's 6 power.
You got it.
Are we seeing the belly flop from Cursed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. I assume just like into one of the both of them.
Party Mare into one of the pinkies and the other pinky into the other pinky. Everything's gone. Sorry, no, I have to retire one of my friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't completely wipe the pink.
Yeah, very much Norris row into one of the holiday spirits.
Yeah, so get rid of all the holiday spirits.
Correct, yeah.
The other holiday spirit.
Yeah, you just have Joyous Pony left.
All right. Very well.
That was
To be fair, I'm
quite
pretty
the
sure I got
wipe.
that one.
Yeah, that was 3 friends gone. It cost him a lot of cards and all his AT, but
I mean, to be fair, he's probably been sitting on that for like the entire game
oh sure.
because he has.
I think Lily goes down to no power.
It is interesting to note that despite that massive shift in momentum, R still has a yellow Parasprite in play and is still capable of confronting his problem with the friends or characters he has on board.
Gain
Yeah.
5 up to 6.
Up to 6, yeah.
Which I would be very surprised if that wasn't what he did this turn.
It's a lot of AT to spend for 1 point.
I'm going to.
He's at 11
play
though.
A Joyous Pony to Trader. Got
Draw a
pink
card.
here, so I will draw a card.
I guess that's fine.
And pay 2 action tokens?
Fine. Should pay for that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll pay 2 more to move Tempest to Trader as well.
Sure. I don't know why I'm saying sure. I'm not his opponent this game.
Good job.
And let's see. Scorpion.
It's the only word you need. If someone says, what 5 words do you need to play a game of ponies? The 5 words are sure.
12.
But they all have different
Let's see here.
Accents.
ways of saying it.
Yes.
After
Sure.
start phase, I will
Sure.
spend 1 to belly flop the Joyous Pony at home into Lily.
Ugh.
You must have just drawn that, yeah.
Yeah.
And pass turn.
So much resource removal. Or friend removal, I mean.
Yeah.
So we've seen 2 lilies gone, 3 holiday spirits. I can't remember if Chris had played a joyous pony yet.
On cards to the Parasprite trigger.
9, correct?
Yes.
All right, let's see. D12. Can't discard the 10th card of 9. Still can't discard the 10th card of 9. Can discard the 9th card of 9. Rightmost card, please.
Okay.
Another rarity creature.
A lot of power, but
Flipped
not necessarily
one.
useful.
1 got discarded. And did he flip 2 of those or just 1?
Just 1.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's an aloe.
Both triggers
Who
on
boosts
Joyous
nothing.
Oh no.
Oh, forcing a
little curious here.
Vanisher.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pinky.
You're out of here.
Ah,
Okay, go ahead.
I was.
All right.
Well, I won't spoil it for our viewers, but I was a little curious how things wouldn't just wrap up neatly.
Yeah.
Let's pay 1 to draw a card.
Now Ara needs pink.
Let's pay another 1 to draw.
It's just the battle of the pink entry.
Yeah, basically. And of
What
course, the
else?
hilarious part about this is neither of them are running pink as their primary, so in order to be able to disrupt the opponent's pink, they need their own pink.
For another joyous pony.
Okay. That's the third one? Yeah.
Score phase?
That is Ara's last. Oh. He still has Flitter that he can banish, but
Bank 2 and pass turn.
I don't think we've seen any Flitters yet, so.
No, we have not.
So yeah, so he's still got 3 entry left in deck.
I think it's 2
4
flitters.
in hand. No, it's 3.
7
Is it 3?
cards.
It's a
Yep.
full 3? Okay. Well, that's a lot of entry, and it's clearly appropriate in this situation. If both of them could be running more entry, I'm sure they would.
Rolled a 3.
Okay, Yellow Power Sprite this time is going to hit another aloe.
Aloe. Not bad.
Another aloe. Okay.
So Ara's at 13 or 12?
13.
He should be at 13.
2 Cursed still at 7, I believe.
Cursed is looking for. He
Curse
had
is a joyous
8
pony.
entry total.
Dig, 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 dig.
And has he seen any of his joyous ponies yet?
I don't think so. I was trying to remember if he saw one earlier on, but I don't believe he has.
Pony of my own.
Yeah, so there's that.
Another joyous pony. All right.
And 3 AT4?
Tender
Ooh, tender
taps, yep.
taps.
Yeah,
Secure that
Bringing
pink.
in pink? Yeah, probably something else pink.
It's got to be, right?
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
got to be. What do you think here?
You dropping a drinking duo into play?
Holiday Spirit is what I'd bring.
Uh huh. I agree. Either Holiday Spirit or a Joyous Pony if there is one there.
Yeah.
Oh, this is actually hard.
The Holiday Spirit does seem like a good choice, though.
Because it will be online. And
He can
a lot
actually.
more secured in.
Interesting.
Rarity breezy.
Desperate times.
That'll let him confront, but
Well, he'd have been able to confront anyway, because Joyous Pony's power was boosted from Tender Taps entering play.
yeah.
Score phase.
But isn't oh no, that is a 6. Yeah.
Okay, a 9.
He's up to something.
You may just feel that he needs the extra point.
He could just need the extra point, yeah. He may have. I believe he was running a couple of Friendship Festival setups,
7.
if I'm not mistaken.
A card for turn.
Correct.
So he must be holding one of those in hand.
Pretty far up there in
Yes.
my part. Let's pay 3 for a flitter.
To dismiss Aloe.
Let's see. When this card enters play, dismiss each opposing friend here with printed power 1 or less.
Yeah, so Aloe's dismissed. I guess he just wants to secure the pink on board.
Probably, yeah.
Pay 1 for a troublemaker to my problem.
Interesting.
It's got to be a grubber, right?
Well, if it was a grubber, you wouldn't care about playing it at the other problem.
Oh, maybe he's just preparing for the DFO.
That was probably a mistake. Oh well. Score phase, attempt to confront my problem.
You're right, that's a strange play, but you're fine.
Needs one more point.
14 points. Pass turn.
Yeah, I don't.
We have 3 cards in hand.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see if it comes down to what gets discarded.
What is it? Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Little jump skip there.
Mhm.
So on board,
Sorry. Had some music.
Chris is at 9. That could be 10, 11, 12, 13. It's still just 13 points, even if he manages to
Very punch to
win a face-off.
drawing a card.
Okay, so we've got lots of pink. But he's gotta. He has to
Sorry,
DFO this
you,
turn.
allow me to put the 2 onto Pinkie Pie there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. 2 more.
Yeah, okay, there's
Yeah, it's the
that.
Friendship Festival. Yeah, sure.
5 and 5. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, dilemma.
1 for Rainbow Pinkie.
Rainbow Pinky, yep.
1 for Bear Punch and Orange Swirl.
Drinking duo. All right.
Flitter is 2 power or 3 power?
They are all 2 power.
I'll take Flitter.
I mean, that's probably the right choice.
I'm gonna retire her
Eat
spell
Flitter.
anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Enough.
Okay, so 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He's going to be shy by 1.
Well, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 points.
Plus 1 for the rarity Breezyfied.
No, the 4 points was with the rarity.
Now he's confronting 3 problems right
No,
now.
he's not.
Oh, you're right. The yellow Parasprite is there. I'm sorry.
If he was confronting 3 problems, he would win.
No,
He's at 9 points.
right? That'd be 10, 11, 12, 13 for winning the face-off, plus 1 more for rarity Breezyfied. Would be 14.
Oh, yeah. He's only getting 4 points here.
Pretty
Yeah.
empty there, so a bonus point to you.
I'll retire the Breezy for another.
Okay, so he's at 13.
Yeah. So it brings it to 13 at the end. And just has to hope for, I guess, a very difficult problem to confront.
Go ahead and move this home. Yellow Parasprite goes away.
But ours is going to be at 9. Sorry, not 9, 8 action tokens.
Okay, that's a good problem over here.
Got a Pinky's Worst Nightmare on my side.
Ah, that'll do it.
But isn't that a 4/4?
Pinky's Worst Nightmare is a 3/3, and
Ah.
when he draws a card, he can give a character here plus 1 power.
Pink plus 3 wild, and that is a 6 for you.
So you can simply move up the Joyous Pony, pay 1 to draw, move up
Yeah.
Tempest, and that'll do it. Man, what a finish.
So much removal.
I don't remember the last game I saw that had this much removal in it.
You know, I really should have used Bear Punch's triggers on that, actually.
Hindsight is 2020.
Oh well.
Triggers. So hard to remember.
Did he have any AT left?
No.
And he's all out of AT, yeah.
Atted out.
Okay, you got yourself a pink friend in hand?
I rather think I do, but the nice thing about this is I don't need a pink friend in hand. Pinky's Worst Nightmare. When you draw a card, you may give a character here plus 1 power until the end of the turn. I actually have it on board.
That'll do it. Okay, fair enough.
Let's draw a card, though.
And also uncover your Troublemaker.
So gain a whole bunch of action tokens. Move these to play a party mare. And that's a grubber for what that's worth.
Okay, he at least revealed it.
Sure.
Oh, and the other Friendship Festival in hand.
Yeah.
So I think I can dodge one piece of removal with Grubber, and I think that's enough to do it.
I have no AT left anyway, so.
Never hurts to be cautious. Score phase and confront for 15, I believe.
Now, score phase and confront for 1 to put you to 15.
For 15 points.
Yeah, I had to draw. I just had to. Well, just draw into 2 more rarity breezes.
Well, one of them was on the bottom. It was going to take you a while to find it.
Very well played.
Still, great game. A lot of back and forth. A lot of action there.
That was more interactive than I was expecting.
Yeah, you both were just going right after the other player's color entry. That was crazy.
No color for anyone?
That was kind of amazing.
So congratulations on winning the featured duel. Having played the deck now once, would you make any changes to it?
I don't think that game is representative of what it really should be doing, but more entry might be a good idea.
You're at like
Maybe.
9, aren't you?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
at 9 entry, like...
9 friends and trading traditions and more might be a good idea, yeah.
Or at least some barrels, maybe.
Well, if I'm running barrels, then I'm going to have to sit and ask myself that question that I don't want to ask myself, which is, do I go tricolor?
If Bugle was here, he would answer yes.
I'm aware he would.
Even in Pauper.
Especially in Pauper, probably.
Fair.
On the other hand, we could go Sequestria block Pauper and be forced to run 3 colors.
Can we not? Can we just not do that?
Can
I'd
we
say we did.
just go ahead and do that and say we didn't?
Yeah, sure. I mean, no. Please, no. It was a really fun match, though. Thank you to both of our competitors for playing in that. Thank you, Ara. Thank you, Cursed. Sorry you couldn't be here tonight. It shows us certainly one thing we've learned from the last time Pauper was a big thing, and that is Pink is still good at removing friends.
Now, the problem here is that there are no pink Trixies. Because
Yeah,
that would just make my day.
No.
Because
what's
I'd just
Hithrock
be
gonna
like,
do?
was there ever any doubt? Oh wait, I was writing purple, so I can do this.
Yes. Go on.
Was there ever any doubt?
There you go. No. As long as Berry Punch and Orange Swirl and Belly Flop are around in Pauper, I don't think there are any doubts about which color is going to be top for removal. Maybe next time we have some info to report from the Pauper tournament at Ciderfest, we'll see some other colors come out.
Maybe. I know there's a blue Pauper deck that is really, really fast.
It's going to be fun to watch then. For now, though, that'll about wrap up our discussion on this topic for today. We'd like to give a big shout out to all of our patrons on Patreon. Thank you so much for your regular support. And if you aren't currently a patron but you enjoy what we do, please consider donating, because doing so will give you some awesome rewards like the ability to vote on polls to determine which future videos we produce, a chance to share your own deck creations to be reviewed live, and even the ability to challenge members of Sim or other patrons to feature duels with some fun rules, like Pauper, or Blitz, or Blitz Pauper.
You just want someone to challenge you to mental ponies.
Sequestria Blitz Pauper. I don't want anyone to challenge me to mental ponies.
I mean, Sequestria Blitz Pauper is kind of a solved format.
True. If you have any questions or comments that you'd like to send our way, or if you're just interested in hearing about what we're working on for the future, there are many ways you can stay in contact. We have our Patreon as mentioned previously, but we also have a Facebook page. We're on Twitter. You can email us, and patrons at or above the $5 per month level get access to our Slack channel, where you can chat live with us any day, anytime. Our sleep schedules are pretty crazy. If
But
you're
getting-
looking to
But
Go for
getting
it.
better.
They are getting better. So if you're looking for crazy late night chats at combo o'clock, Get those in now before we're back on a regular regimented sleep schedule. If you're looking to watch any of our previous videos, including tournament recordings, you can find them on our YouTube channel, which is linked in the sidebar. And while you're over there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so we can have a channel URL that makes some amount of sense. With all that said, thank you to each and every one of our viewers both here now and watching this recording later. We hope to see many of you at Ponyville Cider Fest at the end of this month. We are, as always, Commentary is Magic. And I am, as always, Grandpaws.
Big cheese.
And 45 cards minimum and maximum. Still otherwise known as Aracat.
We'll see you all in a couple weeks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.